Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today in this video I'm going to be making a reversible hair bonnet with a reversible rope. This is something that was requested by one of my aunties. She sent me these materials. Actually, I think it remained from something she made before, so she wanted to make a reversible hair bonnet with it. So I just thought to film the process, and I hope that you're able to learn one or two things from it. So guys, to start off this tutorial, first thing I'm going to do, as you can see, is that I folded my fabric into 4, and you see this is in 4 places. So we're going to take our measurements from this part that doesn't have any cut, and this point here is where I'm going to start taking all of my measurements from. So the radius of this hair bonnet, this is going to be 12 inches. So depending on how big you want yours to be, it could be 13 inches, 14 inches, and if it's for a smaller person, it can be 9, 10 or 11 inches. So right now I'm just marking my 12-inch radius all the way around from the same point at the top. So guys, when you're through marking it, you're just going to cut along the white lines. So before I open up the circle, I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did on this print on the satin fabric. So for this, I just decided not to measure it up again. I'm just pinning down my print fabric on the satin so that I'll just use it to trace on the satin fabric. Now we can remove our pins and open up a circle, and you can see that it's going to be a very full circle. So this is what it looks like, and this is the other part as well. So this is what I have. So what I'm going to do now is to place them right sides facing each other, as you see me doing like this, and I'm just going to pin it all the way around so that they don't shift from where they're supposed to be. So guys, she wanted like this to have ropes so that she'll be able to tie it around her head, and so I decided to just go up by 3.5 inches from one part of the circle, and I just made a triangle as you see, and I'm just going to cut along the white lines. So this was my first time trying something like this, and actually to make this I had to watch a lot of other videos. So next thing we're going to do now is to just head over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch all the way around. So guys, I've done that, and this is what it looks like. So now we're just going to turn it over to the right side through the opening I had earlier. After that, I also went ahead to just iron out this piece so it comes out very neatly. So the next thing we're going to head over to do right now is to go over to the sewing machine, and I'm going to stitch this down from somewhere here, leaving 1 inch away from the opening I had earlier. I'm going to stitch it all the way around to a point somewhere around here, leaving 1 inch again at the end. So this is what I mean. So I left about 1 inch on both sides, and I've stitched it up all the way around. So the next thing we're going to do now is to cut out an elastic band that I'm going to pull through this hairband. So I cut out this elastic band with 17 inches, and I'm just going to pass it through the casing I made earlier. So while doing this, I had to be very careful to ensure that the elastic doesn't go into the casing. So as you can see, when it got to the end of the fabric, I had to hold it in place with my pin so that it doesn't go all the way through. So right now I'm just going to continue pulling my elastic through. So guys, when it got to the other end as well, I had to secure it again with another pin so that it doesn't go back. So this is what we have. Right now I'm just spreading out my pleats around so that it's even on the bonnet. So this is what it looks like, and if you flip it over, this is how it looks. Now I'm going to head over to the sewing machine and I'm going to secure my elastic band using the sewing machine. So after I was done with that, this is what I have. I've stitched it down here and here, and you see that the space we left earlier is still there because I'm going to be using that for the band. So I went ahead to cut out this band, which is about 2 inches wide. So I had 2 of the print and then 2 of the satin fabric. So as you can see, what I'm doing is placing 1 print and 1 satin fabric together, and I'm going to stitch it all the way around, leaving one side out. That side I'm leaving out is going to be the opening for me to turn this band over to the right side. So guys, after I was through with it and ironed it out, this is what I had. So you have the print on one side and then the satin fabric on the other side. Now this is the part that is a little bit tricky. So what I'm going to do here, remember we left some space earlier, so you're just going to fold it in as you see me doing like this. Just fold up the both the lining and the actual print fabric as you see me doing like this, and then I'm going to place my rope through it like this as you see me doing, and we are going to hold it in place. So for this particular hair bonnet, I'm placing the rope the other way around, so the satin part of the rope is going to be facing the print fabric, while the print fabric part of the rope will be facing the satin part. I hope you understand. So after that, the next thing, I'm just going to continue with the fold all the way down, and I'm going to pin it up. And this is something I think is best if you first iron it out before you start putting the ropes through this point. So the same thing I did on the other side, I'm going to just repeat it here, fold my fabric in, and then place the rope and pin it together. So guys, when you've pinned it all down as you see me doing like this, you're just going to head over to the sewing machine and you're going to stitch all the way around the parts that had these pins. So guys, that is all. If you stitch it down, that is basically all for this bonnet. Trust me, it's very easy, although the last part could be a little bit tricky. Like I said earlier, you could iron it first before you place the rope into it. So thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope that you find it helpful. If you're not subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I'll see you in the next video.